In sad times news.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Submitted by Sheen Obino loves JK.
Hello, Shinobi.
Not even real.
A man recounts the details of losing his family in the ongoing California wildfires.
Oh, fuck.
Have you guys heard of this story?
Where are the
It's
wildfires?
like in the Bay, right? Or like NorCal? Is it those wildfires?
NorCal, yeah.
Every summer we get wildfires.
But they're crazy, though.
Right now, they're pretty nuts.
Yeah, so it's near Redding.
They're always near Redding. I swear, dude, that's crazy.
So they're calling it the Car Fire with 2 R's. Car Fire. This has already torched more than 121 acres.
You know, there's like special forces firefighter dudes that are out there fighting fires like 48 hours straight at a time.
Yeah, my cousin was one of the, like he was in a program that they did that too.
Her cousin? He's old?
No, he's not old.
Like those strike teams, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about like they're already a firefighter or whatever, and then they're like another elite person that they carry like a chainsaw in case you have to cut shit all the time.
There's a sad story. There's made a movie about like a whole group of those guys. There's like 19 of them, and they all died fighting one fire.
Damn, I'm just trying to protect us too.
Was it the fire we just went through last year?
No, this was years ago.
That was intense. You know why? Because like you know how we've been in a drought, right? So for the longest time we're like, where's the water? We need the water. And in one season, we had so much fucking rain, and everyone was like, yes, green forest, awesome. And then we had those fires.
Dude, and the 405 was lit up. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Shit looked like a movie.
So the Car Fire have already killed at least 6 people.
Is that the name of the city, town, or?
I just know that's what they're calling.
I don't know if that's the point of this sad time story.
No, but I guess we're trying to figure out.
Okay, just
what
call it
are
a
they-
fire.
Redding. I'm just trying to figure out Redding.
Doesn't matter.
Big fire. So in this big fire,
We're trying to visualize where, Tiff.
Yeah.
so this big fire took place.
No.
It's Carr County.
Oh, Carr County. Okay.
I made that up so you guys will
fine.
feel good.
All right, cool. Car
Let's try to stretch it
County.
up before it gets sad.
Well, it's Shasta County. Okay,
about to
anyway.
get sad.
So this
Big fire.
there was this grandpa who he had to leave for an appointment. He left his 70-year-old wife.
What kind of appointment? No, I'm just kidding. Don't go.
I know, that's exactly the question that we just
Was it
got.
an orthodontist? Was it a foot? Was it a foot one?
I hope it wasn't a foot one. Not yeah.
So he left his 70-year-old wife named Melody and their 2 great-grandchildren, 4-year-old Emily and 5-year-old James.
Oh.
And so this is Emily. And the grandpa. And this is his wife and 2 kids.
She got nice arms for an old lady.
Oh yeah.
Pretty smooth, huh?
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot.
All right, so now I'm gonna show you guys an interview of him retelling this so sad.
Oh no.
All right.
He looks Australian.
He looks like a gold miner.
Here we go.
It is a California.
Went to town. My wife called me. She said, we can see the fire way over there. And said, you need to come and get me. I said, I'm on my way. So I just threw down everything, took off over there. I got up on Quartz Hill, and then there's 2 or 3, 4 lanes of traffic coming out. Wouldn't let me down in there. So I just stopped everything, and I took off running down there, and I helped some guy that got burnt and was trying to get out of there. I got him and helped him out of there. And then when I got back down there, the fire was just intense. And but I still tried to get down in there, and they come and stop me. They wouldn't let me go down in there. So I got my car and took off and passed everybody in the dirt and went all the way around to the other end of Quartz Hill and come up at Keswick. And my son was in there. He was up there, but I didn't see him. He was up there, and then my son was on the other side of the house. And Gary opened the door to go run to the house, and it burned his hair off. And it took his breath, so he got back in the car, and then he couldn't even hardly see nothing for smoke to get out of there. His house was on fire. He said there was flames probably 70 feet high. I talked to Junior on the phone till he died. He just kept saying, Grandpa, he said, come get me. He said, come and get me. The fire's coming in the back door. Come on, Grandpa. I said, I'm right down the road. He said, come and get us. Emily said, I love you, Grandpa. Grandma says, I love you, Grandpa. And then Junior says, I love you. Come and get us. Come and get us. I said, I'm on my way. I said, he talked until he died. I tried to call him back, and it just went to nothing. Poor dang, poor babies and my wife.
So were they in the house? And then, because obviously it's not that house that burned down, right? So they were trapped in the house and then it just got burnt down.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't get to them. Like, what I don't get is, so, you know, tornadoes and stuff, there's a warning, right? And then people get told to evacuate.
Even for fires, they get told to evacuate. So he's saying that in his neighborhood, no one was told to evacuate. The fire was actually going in the opposite direction. That's why he felt like it was safe enough to leave. But then as soon as he left, like...
How close was the fire? I mean, winds could change.
Yeah, but it's so heartbreaking. Like, the story went viral because, I mean, he lost 3 family members in that one day.
So you want to know a conspiracy? I don't give a fuck if you want to know. I'm going to tell you anyway.
I want to know.
All right? Well, check this out.
have to ask.
I'd like to know what the conspiracy is.
Check this out, okay?
I might change my mood, man.
All right. Well, it kind of applies to this. So it's still sad.
Oh, shit.
But, okay. All right. Get this. So, we lost funding from the national government because we are a state that is like a sanctuary state, right? So we don't get funding anymore because something about like we're not agreeing and playing nice with the feds. And every year, the way California supposedly makes money is we arson the fuck out of our own forests so we could get funding from the federal government, like disaster funding.
Oh, damn.
Hey, we need help. We need billions and billions of dollars because our situation is so bad. We're in so much debt. There's just so much like bleeding of money that's happening from government officials and stupid programs and things like that, that it sucks. Like, so if we could dig and figure out who the culprits are, whether it's just stupid kids doing some pyro work or if there's some conspiracy going on, I propose that we burn them. I think that, because every year someone gets some kids like do some pyro shit or like they're like campfiring and then, you know, it goes out of control. That's always the shit. Like, it's never
the reason,
like,
right? That's the reason that they give.
yeah.
Or it's like campfire got out of control or some shit. Yeah.
It's never like someone was playing with a magnifying glass or something like else. It's always campfire or some kids were burning some shit.
Wasn't it last year when the mudslides happened in Santa Barbara or something? It was last year, right? And
Some kids were fucking playing with mud?
No, so they're saying that the reason why the mudslide happened was because the bush or whatever that would stop that, usually it burned.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. So it's a domino effect.
So then now when the rains came,
Yeah.
it was mudslides.
Shit, man. I don't know. But every year though, we have these insane ass fires and I'm like, maybe we should tell people to don't camp in the summer.
We also have a shit ton of dry ass brush like everywhere.
That's true.
And when it gets hot, fires can happen just from the sun hitting shit.
That's nature's way of restarting in the forest.
When it's super hot, they shut down the shooting ranges too. Just because when like the metal casings come out, they fly out somewhere and they can like land on like some dry leaves and start a fire there too.
Jesus.
Yeah, because it's just so hot that it's just a fire waiting to happen. So they shut all the shooting ranges down.
That's why every year on July 4th, while I bitch always every year about how we can't even buy no fireworks here, I'm also like, that's a good rule.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty dry up there, man.
When we were in Arizona, like they have a lot of controlled fires too. So it always smelled like burning wood, and they were like, oh, around this time because it's really fucking hot, like we do our own controlled fires everywhere.
That's smart.
What does that do?
So it already starts burning a bunch of shit so that this shit doesn't happen.
It's like they
How
pre-burn.
come we don't do that?
I think we do.
But it's not good enough.
We don't smell it.
Because people's houses get burned.
I mean, we
down.
live in the city, you know.
Dude, my parents, a couple years ago, well, I guess now like 10 years ago, Jesus, there was a huge fire in San Diego, in like Escondido, where my whole family basically lives. And I remember my mom calling me, I was at work, and I was at work up in LA, and she calls me and she's like, Steven, the fire, it's spread to our area, because we had been, like, she'd been telling us about the fires and shit. And she's like, it's spread to our area, and your dad, he went to go
Fight the fire?
He went to go to the neighborhood that my uncle lives in to help him, because they needed to make sure that they, like, all the brush was cleared and shit so they wouldn't hopefully catch. And she's like, I haven't talked to him in an hour and a half, and he won't pick up. He hasn't picked up his phone. It's going straight to voicemail. And so I was like, oh shit! So I immediately got him. I left work and I got in my car and I drove. I was the only motherfucker driving into San Diego. Every other person was driving out of that.
The fire.
There's still traffic.
And there was no traffic. I was the only car. It was crazy. When there was traffic on the other side.
By yourself?
I was like by myself. Yeah, I booked it. I made it from LA to San Diego in like 90 minutes. I think it was like 80 something minutes.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Escondida's more inland, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like on the coast or whatever.
Damn, that's crazy,
So-
man. You could have gotten an accident and not even get into a fire.
My mom, I never hear my mom like this. My mom's not a dramatic woman.
Yeah.
So then I go to that house where my dad was supposed to be at, and like I'm not even kidding. I park, and up the hill walks my old man, looking like fucking John McClane at the end of a Die Hard movie.
Oh shit.
Like covered in soot, completely covered. And him and my uncle single-handedly, they were taking hoses and putting them together.
What
and they were putting out spot fires in the whole neighborhood because the fire department was so overwhelmed. They basically abandoned that area. It was tight. I didn't do shit.
Dang, that's my dad. You're
I
like,
didn't do anything heroic at all.
but it was already done.
Were you like, I'm such a bitch?
Yeah, well, I was like, man, I want to fight some fucking fires and shit.
Were you like, can I do something afterwards? Like, help somebody while they're crying or something?
I paid for dinner at Denny's. That was the most heroic thing I did that whole day.
I wonder if there's a fire and it's coming close to your house, if you jump in the swimming pool, if it's safe.
I don't think you're supposed
And you breathe out of a
There
straw.
were some people that did that and they ended up dying.
Because you just, the whole
Because they were like this trying to breathe.
Yeah.
But the CO2 and the heat kills them.
Oh, fuck.
Well, it depends on how close the fire is, but yeah.
So don't do that, kids.
My dad's a badass. And my mom was a little pussy trying to, make him not save all these fires.